Hello, good afternoon, everybody. I felt like I had to get on here. There's something going on right now currently in the beef sector. There's a lot of you guys who probably don't know who I'm talking about, but I am going to make content on this and a message to those who are suffering out there. So, before I got into the mommy sector, I used to watch the Black Beef YouTube sector. And there's a woman over there that is suffering from alcoholism by the name of Kiki Prime. She's not a self-proclaimed alcoholic, but she shared with the her audience and many others that she had a problem with alcoholism. But this isn't necessarily going to be about her. This is about I want to share with you guys that when you have an addiction, or let's just say behaviors that you keep repeating that can be making your life unmanageable, whether it be bad communication, over drinking, using substances. There's tools that you have to use to get out of that and to make yourself successful. So just a few minutes ago, I was really reluctant to jump up on her panel to give her words of encouragement, because she has been drinking for 24 hours and she's been live for 24 hours. And many people in the beef sector, and whatever, I think it's called conscious sector, they are trying to help her and encourage her to get down and to turn off the live. But she just continues. And she's being very reluctant to admit that she needs help. And I just want to say that I've been sober for 6 years. And I've been sober for 6 years because I use tools from AA. Hey, pineapples. And tools from AA could help with many parts of your life, not just alcoholism. So I just wanted to share with you guys the first step of realizing that you have a problem, whether it be addiction, whether it be, bad decisions in the way that you're communicating with others. It's accepting that what you're doing is making your life unmanageable. And it's so painful to watch someone, a woman that is, we're probably close in the same age. I think she might be in her 40s. And I'm in my 40s. I'm 43. And I think she's 47. But this is what my take on what I've witnessed the past, I'm gonna say maybe 10 hours, because I've been in and out, and I went back and I looked and she's still alive. Letitia says, my dad was an alcoholic and a chain smoker. It wasn't easy growing up in a household with an alcoholic. And I agree. Unfortunately, I put my children through that for a few, the few short years, early years in their life. And I'm so grateful that I got help. And so I'm going to use her as an example of why I think she needs help. And what my big question is, what made her go back? You know, and another thing, it's really hard to share so the situation, background, assessment, and result of Kiki Prime is this. She started off in the not Mo 3 sector. She started off in the beef sector. She was the woman who would be on live. Everybody would be making fun of her because she'd be in there with the red bra on, super drunk. She even would be on Meek Mob. She even went on Meek Mob D's panel a couple of times. And if you guys are familiar with with the beef sector, she would be on Tracy's panel. She was once friends with Tracy and misunderstood. But then after she got sober and got in a relationship with a content creator by the name of Octavius Prime, he encouraged her and helped her stay sober. They would, they would share, and I'm not sharing her content right now. I'm just telling you the names and giving you my opinion of what she could do to help herself and what she needs to stop doing to continue this hole that she's digging herself in defeat of being an alcoholic and in denial. So was in a relationship. I don't know if they still are, with this man that was also part of the beef sector, but I think he's a part of another sector. And she got sober, and they started to travel, share their life on the internet, but also the thing is with relapse, and I will say shout out to Misunderstood. Congratulations on your 2 years of sobriety. I know that we haven't rubbed elbows, but I do notice that sobriety looks different on everyone. At one point, Kiki was cool with Misunderstood and with Tracy. But the problem with alcoholism and substance abuse is if you're not actually practicing the steps to move forward, it's going to, you're going to mess up your relationships with others. And so what ended up happening was she was intertwining her content of sobriety and working out, but then she also was like doing content on beef with people that she used to be friends with. And I think that that was not a good idea. But the main thing is, when you are on a road to recovery, you need to make sure you're able to deal with life changes. And I believe that her daughter just recently graduated, and it could have been a trigger for her, mixed with the allegations that I'm hearing that she was in a relationship, and she was paying for the majority of the outings, the trips, because right now she's intoxicated, and she's online sharing a lot about her relationship and about how he did not, just not positive things. And then allegedly she's also doxed her ex-boyfriend's family. So I just feel like that is definitely a sign of your life being unmanageable. So step one, accepting that what you're doing is making your life unmanageable. Two, you have to make sure that you accept a higher power of your understanding. There's a lot of people in the beef sector that are trying to help her, but it's only up to that person if they want to accept help. If that person doesn't accept that they actually have a problem, because I went up there and she dropped me real quick. And I don't blame her, because she's not in the right state of mind to accept help. Yeah. I really hope that she gets help. I just want to say, Kiki, if you come across this, I was not trying to make friends with you. My heart goes out to you. I was empathizing. And of course, someone's going to think somebody is weird who's under the influence, who doesn't want to own up to what they're doing and what's happening. I have compassion about sobriety, and I have empathy with those that struggle, because I too was a person at one point who struggled with alcoholism, and I've been successful for 6 years plus because I use the tools, and I know when to take my energy away from certain things and add to my pot of energy, and I know when to stop watching certain things that are draining my energy. Acceptance really, there's a phrase in AA, what we say: acceptance is my answer to all of my problems today. And a lot of people don't like to use the word alcohol, the term alcoholism or alcoholic, but that's exactly what it is, you guys. Alcoholism is a disease that people live with. I am not active. I've had I've had alcoholism, but I don't drink. And when I feel like my mind is starting to act like, alcoholic, like, not, I'm not saying you have to forgive everyone, but sometimes you have to move on and have a living amends with people. I remember there was this content creator on here that, she did not like me, and vice versa. And I remember her saying that if she, tries to do a eighth step or whatever, don't you worry about it. I thought, I would never do that. I would just make a living amends. A living amends can mean, you just agree to disagree and agree that you're not going to continue to make contact with the person who is who has cotton in their ears. But you're also not going to continue to you're not going to continue to hold on. Hey baby, drop the link. I'm getting ready to ride my Ferrari over to the beef sector where is Brian is getting ready to go down with Frank White. Some freak show. Oh, well, honey, I love you, but I'm not going to drop the link because I don't really want to talk about the beef sector. Like, I will drop the link if you have something that you want to talk about regarding the Kiki situation, and if you have any insight about that. But other than like the beef sector as a whole, I don't really want to talk about that. But I will drop the link if you're going to talk about, if you do know anything about the story of the situation between Kiki and Octavius and all of that, please let me know while I get that together. I don't think my dad ever thought about what it was doing to us when we were kids. I don't drink or smoke, and I have to tell them I grew up in a household with an alcoholic and chain smoker. Yes, it's unfortunate that parents, they don't understand what they're doing to their children. What my guess is, or my, analogy on Kiki is that, I noticed that her daughter just graduated, and she claims that she was paying a lot within her relationship. So possibly that was a trigger for her to start drinking. For me, I had a life changing, a near death life experience that made me um, change. And even after my near death life experience, I continued to drink for 8 months after that until I had my spiritual awakening. And some people, they don't understand what a spiritual awakening is. Everybody has their own rock bottom. But yeah, Lady Sparkle, you did not respond on if you had anything to say regarding my topic. Honey, I will definitely drop the link if you have something to say regarding that. I don't want to take away from your day, and I also don't want to take away from the topic. So please let me know if you have anything to add on the topic at hand on what I'm talking about. Yeah. There's something called Al-Anon that people, that even alcoholics that help other alcoholics, they deal with Al-Anon. Hey, Courtroom Chronicles. Hey, thank you for being here, sis. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm not going to stay up here long, but this topic is regarding alcoholism. It was inspired, this live was inspired by me wanting to help someone in the beef sector that it has definitely taken a very fall from grace right now, and I wish her nothing but the best. And I hope that, you have to be humble even with your come up. When I watch her share about her sobriety and how sometimes she would be very arrogant, and towards the people that she was friends with, she would be arrogant and a little cocky. And you got to be careful because anybody can fall from grace, anybody. So let me go ahead and drop the link if I can. I'm on my phone, so it might take me a minute. Thank you for being here. Okay, invited guests. So I'm going to drop the link in the chat. And if anybody wants to come up, you're more than welcome to. It's so painful to watch her do this to herself. So what I'm going to do is, hold on, let me drop this in the chat. And I'm going to go away for a second and then I'm going to come right back because I really don't know how to drop this in the chat without like completely going out and coming back in. So that's what I'm going to do. So please give me a moment. I'm going to play a little bit of music while I get this together. I mean, this is my heart right now. Seriously, recovery. Here we go. And you know what's really sad? A lot of people in the beef sector, they are, Tracy, girl, I know that she did you wrong, but, I guess, you know what? This is just, I'm not going to criticize. This is what the beef sector does. They thrive off of the downfall of others. And that's just what the context of it is. So I'm going to drop the link. And if anybody wants to come up here and talk about sobriety or how they think that, Kiki can help herself get out of this mess, please feel free. So I'm going to come out and come back in. Okay. Okay, I'm back. So let me take this banner down. I'm back. It took me a minute, you guys. It really did. So, yes, it was embarrassing to me, my dad. Yes, it can be embarrassing. And so what I think would happen, unfortunately, with Kiki, yes, please drive safely. Thank you. I think, her daughter graduated. That's a big change. And of course it should be a happy occasion, but sometimes when things shift in your life, and you're so used to celebrating, even having like a little drink here and there, it can be detrimental to your growth in sobriety. And a lot of people associate shame with alcohol dependency and chemical dependency, and it can be a shameful thing. And I know that in the past, when I've shared my story on here, people that I used to, I'm just going to leave that right where it is. I'm not going to even go there and utter those words, but there, even people that I did reactions on, I came across, a situation where I was talking with Olivia, and she thought it was embarrassing me by saying, oh, you were an alcoholic this and you were an alcoholic that. But you know what? It didn't embarrass me, because I've grown so far from that. That's just not all of who I am. And I'm confident to say that. And I feel it and I know it. So there's nothing that nobody can do to me that I haven't done to myself. So it was very hard to watch Kiki on live calling her ex-husband, slurring her words, and shaming someone that she did a lot of content with and traveled with. It's showing that she definitely needs a program. And if to make you think that you can do it all by yourself, that is a delusional way to approach and to approach the situation. Beef sector is the worst place to be dealing with that. It is. And it's like, I did not go up there to hurt you, sis. I came up there to help you, you know. And, back then, even when I remember, shout out to you, Boo Game, Boo Asia. I'm talking about Asia. A lot of people in the mommy sector, and even she went into the Mo3 sector, they would drag Asia because she would get on here and she would be, she would be real, um she would be drunk, and it was hard for me to see Asia that way, and I wanted to help her. But you know what, sometimes there comes a point in someone's journey where you can just pray. You have to just pray for them, because you know that there's nothing that you can say or do to help them. Okay. And so, yeah, I just, like I said, Lady Sparkle, I know you wanted me to drop the link, but I really very much so want to stay on topic. You said, hi, baby, drop the link. I'm getting ready to go ride my Ferrari over to the beef sector, where Brian is getting ready to go down with White, Frank, and some freak show. Well, more power to them. I don't really know what's going on with them in the beef sector. All I do know is that, um, I know that there's something going on with Kiki, and I'm praying for her. And I hope that she definitely gets some help. And I hope that she, is able to look at this and realize that she actually needs help. Because even though some people are functioning alcoholics and they can just go to work, they can still keep a job, still keep a roof over their head, but everything else in their life is falling apart. And this is exactly, she's been live for 20, almost 24 hours. She fell asleep on live like 2 to 3 times, and then woke back up, allowing people to go on her panel and just try to help her. But she's just in this defense. She's like in this mode of like just being defensive, that I don't think that she can hear anybody but herself. So anyway, it's sad. It is so sad to see. You're absolutely right. So this is, my daddy was a drama drunk. Yeah, there's all kind of, there's fun. There's some people that are fun, some people that drink when they have problems in their lives, and some people that just chronically they're just dependent on it, you know. I honestly kind of feel as though she probably went to sleep and wake up woke up and she's admitted that she is still drinking. Yeah, she's been on live. Yes, she's live right now. I don't know if she's ended it, but I saw last night she was live, and then I woke up and she's still live, and she's fell asleep, and she's still intoxicated, and she's defensive, and yeah, so this is what's going on with her right now. It's really unfortunate. It's sad, and another sign of denial and alcoholism is that you want to blame everybody else. What are people saying to her? Hold on. Yeah, I would stream it, but I don't want to get a strike. I'm already demonetized. But people are saying that she needs to take it down. People are saying that, you know, stop doing this, please don't do this. And she wants to show it. She wants to show the good, the bad, and the ugly right now. And that's what she's doing, you know. So, I noticed that Misunderstood did have a topic. Um, no, I'm not going to stream it. I'm not. I'm just going to, no, you're absolutely right. I'm not, because it's pointless to do that, and it's against community guidelines. So, no, I'm not going to do that. Um, what was I going to say? I just lost my train of thought for a second. But yeah, they like to blame others. A lot of people that even when I was in my disease, I didn't want to take accountability for the reason why I continue to drink. And people think that, oh, alcoholism is, oh, you don't drink every day. It's not about drinking every day. It's not about what kind of alcohol you drink. Alcoholism turns into when it's making your life unmanageable. You can't even carry on a conversation or take constructive criticism from others. You are in constant defense that alcohol is not the problem. When you drink and it causes problems, maybe you don't want to call it alcoholism, but when you drink and it causes problems, it is a drinking problem for sure. When Kiki, she stopped drinking almost a year ago, and I had a discussion with someone who had up the who brought up the question, like, do you think when people ask the question, do you think when people say that they're sober and then they start to have problems, that they're really like maybe dipping in and out of drinking or using? This is my answer to that. I do think that could be the case with some people, but I also think that you can emotionally relapse. Over the past 6 years, I've emotionally relapsed. No, I didn't take a drink, but the way that I emotionally responded to certain things, I, emotionally relapsed, and I have to go back in my toolbox of recovery and realize, like, and ask myself questions. Why the hell did I react that way? Well, it's because I'm not putting in the work in myself, to make sure that I'm well, and those around me are well. So I have to take a step back, sit down, meditate, and just get grounded. You can emotionally relapse in recovery and not take one drink, for sure. My dad, yeah, alcoholism is a tough disease to live with if you're not applying yourself to be well. And the internet if you're not well, the internet is like the worst place. It could be a double-edged sword. It could be the worst and best place to help you. The reason why, one of the seeds that were planted for me was, I watched Father Martin. He's dead and gone, but I appreciate him. God rest his soul. He's an older man that was a priest, and he talked about the first step. And it was a 15-minute video that he described about alcoholism. And it really planted the seed in my head. I was like, wow, I have a lot of people say, instead of looking at the differences with people that have these problems, or might even have similar characteristics, instead of looking at the differences, look at the similarities, and then maybe you can start helping yourself. you know there's so, like, some people could say that they're addicted to the drama on this internet. Seriously, there are some people on here that do content and react on people on here, and they act like they know them in their personal lives, and they are out of their bodies screaming at the phone. That can be an addiction in itself. Think about it. Do you think it's sane or even healthy for anybody on this internet to make you be on here for hours on end screaming? That's something to contemplate and think about for real. Like, the internet and the reactions, and watching people, that could be an addiction in itself. And if you don't wake up to these people every day, are they laying next to you? No. Yeah, we use this for entertainment, and some people are making a little coin off of it. But if you're screaming at this phone, or at a box, a laptop, or a display, I really think you need to reevaluate your life. What are you really doing? Let me tell you, I have a real job, career, and yes, this is my entertainment. Today is my day off, and I really enjoyed myself. But I still have a lot to go into in the day, and I'm going to be able to enjoy myself even more. Yes, mental health definitely matters. And to be quite honest with you, I feel like this is as much as time as I want to spend on here. I might be on here a little bit longer, but I have somewhere that I need to be. I'm really, really excited about my Vietnamese coffee that I have, um that I'm going to get. I'm thinking about that. But mental health definitely matters, and you really need to protect yourself, and reevaluate, inventory. I think that we all should do an inventory on ourselves every morning and every night. Like, how did you start your morning? You know, did you thank your creator for opening up your eyes? Did you wash your face? Did you wipe? Did you take a shower? Did you brush your teeth? Did you do something that made you feel good this morning? Did you go outside? Huh? Like, come on. And then when you went to bed, did you take a shower? Did you reflect on how you treated yourself, and how did you treat others? Did you have an interaction with someone that just did not feel right, and you could have handled it a certain, a different way? Come on, think about it. Exactly. Exactly. Live for 4 to 5 hours acting like a fool. I barely want to sometimes give an hour. I'm like, okay, I'm out of here. There's so much to do in the day. And we're blessed right now. It's summertime. We have more light daylight. Think about it. In the next 3 months, we're gonna be into fall, and it's gonna be like we getting up for work when it's dark outside, and then we're coming home when it's dark outside. It's a blessing that we have so much more light in the day. I love it. Did they get up and make breakfast? Yeah, did they get up and make their babies breakfast? Exactly. Did you wash your egg? Yeah. Did you wash it? Exactly. What is going on? Oh, gosh. You know, Kiki, if you're painstaking about this phase of your development, you'll be amazed before you're halfway through. You're gonna know a new freedom and a new happiness. You will not regret the past nor wish to shut the door on it. You will comprehend the word serenity and you will know peace. No matter how far down the scale you've gone, you will see how your benefit can experience others or can benefit others. I'm sorry, I'm over here reading the chat. Let me rephrase that. You will see how your experience can benefit others. That feeling of uselessness and self pity can disappear. You will lose interest in selfish things and gain interest in your fellows. Self seeking will slip away. Your whole attitude and outlook upon life will change. Fear of people and economic insecurity will leave you. You will intuitively handle situations which used to baffle you. And I want to just meditate on that real quick. You will intuitively handle situations which used to baffle you. Kiki, sis, guess what? You would intuitively handle the shift in the situation of you maybe having to pay more than you were expecting to in a relationship, and you wouldn't have to pick up the bottle and drink. You would intuitively be able to handle the shift of the journey of your daughter graduating and going into a different transition in her life into adulthood, and you wouldn't have to drink over it. Now, if she responds or not doesn't respond, see, someone active in their alcoholism, they would hear what I just said and they would think that I'm talking about her. But no, this is just a prime example of shifts in someone's life that struggles and abuses alcohol, that can't accept the difference in the change in their life, and they have to drink or use to get through it. Okay. Not enough talk about therapy. Yes, exactly. When I get notifications for reactors, then I get on. Yes, definitely. People spend most of their time live. They don't have friends in real life. That's absolutely true. Yeah. Hi, Winter. Yeah, I'm not getting paid for this. This is my heart. And people might think I am weird, and I don't care. I'll keep it weird forever because I actually do care. I care for people who I see struggle with the same struggles that I had. And I wish I could save everybody. I wish I could. Thank you for sharing. Yeah. Yeah, I just got a little emotional for a second because I care and I have a big heart. That sucks. That sucks. It really does. I really understand the pain and heartache of someone that struggles with alcoholism. And I am so glad and grateful that I don't have to go there ever again. It's a choice, it's a decision. And, relapse can be a part of recovery, but it doesn't always have to be. If you practice and have the tools to get through it, and also accept that, yeah, you need help. You can't do it by yourself. You're going to end up in a couple of places if you continue to do it by yourself. And a lot of people don't like to hear these realities, but it's true. You end up in jail, alone, or dead sooner than you would think. And it's absolutely the truth. God bless you. Thank you. And I'm going to get up and get my Vietnamese coffee. I enjoyed my rest on my day off, and I'm going to go to the ocean, and I will see you guys at the beach later because it is a beautiful day here in Santa Cruz, California, and I love to share it. And I'm so glad that God gave me serenity and peace, and I know what to do with it. I really do. And I want to share it, and I want to encourage. And I'm not here to shame anybody that has dealt with alcoholism or is continuing to deal with it. But I'm grateful that I do have a platform to share my thoughts and my success and what has helped me. You guys, I'm going to be 7 years sober January 1st of 2025. I stopped drinking when I was 37 years old. I'm 43. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Yes, I hope you guys all stay safe out there. Love you. Bye.